All right, ladies and germs. Almost there. I'm being a little impatient, I'll be honest. I just got my MAF plugged in and hooked up to the throttle body. I did hook up the exhaust manifold prematurely because I don't even know if the JB Weld that I ended up putting in that corner over there is going to hold. But I don't have any coolant in the system. I actually wanted to just try something out, and I didn't end up putting. You got a light? Didn't end up putting any gasket maker or any copper RTV on the exhaust manifold gasket. I know it's a steel gasket. You can actually see gaps in there. And I tried like flicking it around, and it's just the gasket itself is actually just pretty warped. So I don't think it'll seal. And if it seals, hey, awesome. And if it doesn't, it's no big deal. I already anticipated pulling this whole exhaust manifold out and re-gluing it. I really just want to know if it's going to start and how nice it's going to sound, really. I also put new plug wires on it, and I think I may have gotten two of them mixed up, but I don't really know the distributor cap order to the cylinder order. I think this is cylinder 1, but I have no idea where cylinder 1 is there and which rotation it is, counterclockwise or clockwise. I do have the manifold hooked up to the rest of the exhaust. Everything is done. Essentially, if I have good faith in that JB Weld over there, so if this starts and I don't hear an exhaust leak, then I think I might just end up finishing it up tonight, and then tomorrow I'll repressurize the system with compressed air, and we'll double check that leak again. But I don't think that thing will leak any longer. It's pretty well JB Welded over. And if it does leak, I'll probably pile on more JB Weld. Let's be real. So yeah, I'm excited to give this thing a roll. So I guess this is the first start since all of our maintenance items. Now, while I get things in order and try to get this thing all lined up, that's a pretty good shot for you guys, right? I think so. Maybe add an extra light there. Hey, that's pretty good. So, to run through, I guess, what we had done, start from inside out. The camshaft seal was leaking. Timing belt and balance shaft belts, both needed to get replaced. They were very badly worn. All of the pulleys and the hydraulic tensioner for the timing belt got replaced. The harmonic balancer was replaced. That was actually the rubber around it. It started to delaminate, and it was I was able to move both pieces separately a bit. All the drive belts got replaced, so the AC accessory belt, the alternator belt, and the power steering pump belt all got replaced. The alternator was replaced. The water pump was replaced. There was a bearing that ended up getting replaced in one of the idler pulleys for the accessory drive. New radiator hoses, both upper and lower. What else? Thermostat gasket. The coolant pipe modification, new plug wires, because the old ones weren't bad, but ended up when I removed them, they ended up breaking, so needed new plug wires. What else do we got going on, guys? I think that might be it. Oh, and I fixed the exhaust, because it was leaking. There was a flex joint that went bad, and it was an AutoZone flex joint. It went bad after like 3 weeks. It was a joke. All right, got the keys. Oh, here we go. Glad to say that the fuse did its job. Now, that's a 125 amp fuse that I have in the back of the car where the battery is located. There's a big old poo stain on there. I don't know how well that's going to come out. This is the second attempt for first start. I stopped that on my own because I didn't want to blow the fuse. It sounded like it was about to start, though. sound good. I have no idea what that. There's like a weird noise. I think I over tightened my timing belt. That was a weird like noise, and it was coming from the belts. So, anyways, that's good. I'm glad it started. It started up like great, actually. Anyways, she starts. Crack open a cold one.